How many of you know what country I am from? Yes, Zara. Very good. Okay, now another question. How many days a week do you go to school? Pablo. You go to school, how many days a week you go to school? So how many? 5. Now I want to say, and that's kind of normal for America. When I was growing up in Russia, we went to church. We didn't go to church at all. We went to school 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. The whole country did that. It was totally normal. Now, the story I'm going to tell is about, raise your hand here, some other kids from Russia, and they're called Regina and Christian. Yes, you've met her. You claim to be her best friend for like a whole hike. Diva. Okay, so this story is about their grandmother. The grandmother's name was Lyuba, and she was a little girl where in Russia we start school when we're 7 years old. We go to first grade. So she and her sister started school. And the school was 6 days a week. But Lyuba's father was the family was Seventh-day Adventist, and he was a deacon in the Seventh-day Adventist church. So, of course, Lyuba and her sister, they missed school on Saturday. And the teachers were very upset about it because they knew it was for the religious reason. Now, back then, Russia was communist, which means we were not allowed to worship God because the government didn't want us to believe in God. Anyhow, so like I was raised not believing in God, and the whole country was like that. But there were some families, like my husband over there and his family, and Lyuba's family, who were believers. They were Christians, and many of them were Seventh-day Adventists. So the family were like, we cannot send our children to school on Sabbath, so they wouldn't. Well, the teachers got so upset, and they thought, well, you just wait. Those 2 girls, they'll come Monday, we'll ask them about the lesson that was on Saturday. And when they will not be able to answer, then they'll know that they cannot skip Saturday. But both girls studied really hard every Sunday, and whenever they would come back Monday, they knew their lessons. And then the teachers got very upset again, because they couldn't get their grades to go any worse. So they talked to the girl's parents, to Lyuba's parents, and they said, you know, you're doing this wicked thing, not allowing your children to go to church on a Saturday, and we can call kind of like the Russian version of social services and take the children away from you. And Lyuba's parents were very scared. And the next thing that happens, because the girls kept staying at home. So the next thing that happens, the parents, Lyuba's parents, they get a court order to appear in court about them not sending children to school on Saturday, and to see whether they are still appropriate as parents for those children. And they were very worried, and they were so concerned because they were, of course, thinking, you know, what if the government takes our children away? Then they will never hear about God anymore, and maybe we should give in and just send them to church on a Saturday. So they were really agonizing over it, and so was Lyuba. She was very scared. She did not want to be taken away from her parents at the age of 7. How many of you are 7 here? Okay, so Lyuba said, now she's an older lady, and she said, and at that time I had a dream, and this is what the dream was like. She said, Jesus appeared to me. And how it was Jesus? She said, I dreamt like I was in my home, and the door, the outside door, had a little space in between the floor and the door. And we always knew who would come, judging by the boots of that person. And she said, I knew someone was standing outside the door, and I saw the feet, and they looked just like Jesus' feet. They were in sandals with a crucifix, you know, the marks on his feet. And she said, and I screamed to everybody, Jesus has come. And I opened the door, and Jesus was standing there smiling at me in my dream. And he took me by the hand, and he took me on the bench outside the house. And he put me on his lap, and he went like that and said, don't be afraid. And she woke up, and she was so encouraged. And she told her parents, she said, Jesus came to me in my sleep, and he said, don't be afraid. So I think we're doing the right thing. Well, her parents were still very worried about this. And the court day was coming. And so within a week, on a night before the court day, her father has a vision. Now, a dream and a vision, they're a little bit different. A dream is when you sleep and you have a dream. A vision is like something supernatural happening, but it's like in front of you. Well, it was middle of the night, and suddenly he saw the light in the corner, and then he saw this darkness right next to his bed, and he was feeling like he was about to be pulled down into that darkness. And then he sees in the corner, he didn't see Jesus, but he saw like the light, and he knew it was Jesus. And Jesus was extending his hand to him. And he reached out to touch his hand, and then that vision disappeared. And he was so touched by that. He knew something very supernatural happened, and he knew that was God's way of confirming, saying, I will be with you. You just be faithful to me and keep the fourth commandment. And he ran to wake his wife up. She was sleeping in the next room, and the wife, who usually wakes up very quickly, would not wake up, but she, in her sleep, she kept repeating over and over the words of the fourth commandment, which is, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So the family, they got up, they got dressed, they dressed the girls very nicely so that they would look like a good Russian family, and they went to the court that day. And when they came to the place where the court was supposed to take place, the doors were closed. Now, maybe in America, you can turn away and walk away from the court when the doors are closed, but not in the communist Russia. Because when they tell you to sit, that's when you sit. And when they tell you to leave, that's when you leave, and you do not move until they tell you. So, they stayed there for an hour and a half by that door, not knowing what to do. And then, one of the staff workers, she came out and she said, are you such and such a family? And they said, yes, we are. And she said, your case has been dismissed, go home. And for them, Luba is saying, I've never had a dream like that, ever since my entire life. And she's right now in her 60s. And she said, but it was such a powerful message of how God can watch out and protect us when we are being faithful to Him.